So while I'm in Surabaya, here in the city center, I want to visit one thing, because Surabaya is well known all throughout Indonesia for being the city where the Indonesian Navy is based in. And here in the center of Surabaya along the river, there's a submarine. It's a Russian submarine from 1952. It's actually quite big, huge. It's a whiskey class submarine. I have been to many or in many vehicles, I don't know, like from boats, ships, helicopter, plane, car, I don't know, but a submarine I never had the chance. So let's gonna check out the submarine. I think I can go in here, get a ticket. And even if you remember, I was in Jakarta at the cemetery with my wife. Her grandfather was a marine officer, and he traveled back in the 60s, I think, or in the 50s. He traveled even to Yugoslavia. So back then, like when I was a child, I lived in Yugoslavia to visit with the delegation from Indonesia to visit the Yugoslavian Navy during Tito's times. So it's kind of interesting history, like my wife, her grandfather, a connection with Yugoslavia back then. So really interesting for me to see and hear a Russian, like back then, like in the communist time, Yugoslavia and Russia being like allies, let's say. And yeah, just to kind of this history of all this and this connection between all of them, just what I find interesting actually. And even while we are staying here in Surabaya, we are staying at my wife's uncle. He's a highly ranked marine officer too, because obviously Surabaya, like with many warships, submarines, everything is based here in the port of Surabaya. So let's go inside. I think it's only 15,000 to enter, and let's go see if I can go into the submarine. Like always, when I get somewhere, people want to take pictures with me. The submarine's name, I guess, is Pasupati 410. There is the entrance, so let's go check it out. All these torpedoes here around. It's so long. That's actually crazy. What is it? 1952 from Russia. SS type whiskey class. I guess built on the 15th December 1962. 76 meters long. That's huge. That's really huge, guys. I never had a chance to see a submarine this up close, and being in one, definitely not so far. So let's go check it out. Hello, hello. Oh my god. So I guess this is where you would put the torpedoes. Oh my god, look at this. This is huge. Oh, I see. Like you would use these chains somehow and get the torpedo here, load it up here, and then fire. This is insane. Like that stuff outside, I thought that's the real torpedoes, but this one here, that's like, I don't know how many, 6-7 meters long. You don't want this thing to be fired at you. That's insane. Insane. Just if you look at the technology back from that time, 1962, how everything just, all the wires and stuff, just looks very simple to everything like nowadays. But I guess it was working well back in the time. Traveling thousands of nautical miles, I guess is how you say it. And then people, I guess, I don't know, is it like, were they sleeping here? I don't know. And this is these are the commanders here from 62 until 1989. So I guess the The submarine was operational from 1962 to 89, so that's 27 years. 27 years. Like, I can't even imagine being a marine officer and I don't know, not even work on a ship, but then a submarine is a whole different thing. Like these huge Navy ships are probably, there's a lot of space on them. The like plane carriers. Like, look at this stuff here, guys. I'm a big guy here, just even to get through here. Oh my god. Like, I probably doing it wrong. Just my, gotta watch out for my back. Oh my god. This is so tough. Nothing for me, guys. Nothing for me. How did they get the submarine here to the city center of Surabaya and then get it? I don't know if the water here of the river would be deep enough, but yeah, I just everything is so heavy, like all the metal and all the stuff, and then how do you get it here to the, like in this park? So just look at this here. This is so crazy. Like, I'm such a tall guy, such a big guy, like working, being on a submarine would be really not something for me. Hard times even getting through these like openings from one part to another, and just the feeling that you're on a submarine and being hit by a torpedo underneath, like I don't know, 100 meters of water or something, and then I don't know, like just thinking even of the guys like being hit and then like die right away is one thing, but I cannot even imagine all the guys who were actually like hit in a submarine and then you're like sinking and can't make it up anymore, and you know that you're like just stuck in here. So you have some air, you're still alive, but then like you're just sinking, and at some point you know you're just gonna die because there's no more going up. It's this is just like the worst feeling ever, that you would die just because you can't, like if you're on a boat you might jump in the water or something, or somebody gonna come for you, but here it's yeah, just insane. Yeah, not a lot of space. This here, I don't know if it's just like for sitting for the guys. I don't know if there's like a lower deck and they were sleeping down there. Let's see if we can go through everything. So all these different sections of the submarine here. It's like a little table, and like a little kitchen. Look at this here, just a little stove, just one. You could boil something on here, wash your hands. Crazy. And like all these heavy doors would have to, which would have to be like waterproof, sealed, so the different compartments wouldn't be flooded if whatever one compartment gets hit. That's so crazy. Looking at all this yeah, the different stuff from the engine. This is obviously like the main engine here, but then all these different like whatever meters, things like to read all the different valves here. Like, oh my god, you would have to be like really trained to know which one is what for. Just so crazy. Like, look at this here, here, here. You have like all these different ones here. This here, like everywhere. Basically, like it's all these different. It's the main one here. I don't know, like here above me. It's so crazy. 2000 horsepower diesel engine. I guess Russian production would be. Oh my god. This is just getting through here is always so difficult. Okay. It's like all these different readers, like it's crazy. Then when you think like how old this stuff is, look at this here. It's just nothing like the modern technology nowadays. But yeah, they have at least like this is, I think, from the production plate from Russia in Russian. But then they do have this stuff in Indonesian, in the Indonesian language. But like this stuff is just all from the production. Like I know some Russian, some of this stuff you can hardly even read. But then like here, levaya machina means like the left engine, left machine. And you have here pravaya machina. Pravaya machina would be probably like the right. I know in Bosnian it's desna machina, here it's pravaya, so I would assume it's the right machine, like reading probably, I don't know, what is it? That's OB would be probably like what is it called in English? Obrtaj, it's in Bosnian, so like how fast the machine is, like the engine machine is like turning. So yeah, it's just crazy. So many different things you would have to know, like every single one of these things, like which one is which one. Okay, these doors are a little bit easier, and then this here, like it's probably the opening, like you going up, but like where is the ladder? How do you get out of the submarine here? It's easy when you get into your like base, your home port, and then you just get out of water, park your submarine, and then you just get out like me. Here you open the door and you get out in the port, and your own people are greeting you, but not if you're in the open seas and at war. Would be terrible. Huge thing. Yeah, like literally, like can somebody explain me like the sheer size of this thing? Like look at this huge thing, 76 meters, and I don't know, weighing probably 1,000 tons at least, I don't know. And then how do you get it here? How do you get it up here? I don't think there's a crane to lift this thing. And like, would you have to cut it into pieces and then weld it here again? I know. What's the deal, people? Somebody who's like who knows these things, please explain it to me. So this is the submarine, just look at the size, and then here is the river. So I don't know if it would be possible to get the submarine up the river from like upstream from the sea, which is probably like I don't know, let's say 10 kilometers, but there's like bridges in the way and stuff, and I don't think it's that deep, so you could get it up the river here. And then from here, how do you get it up there? So somebody who knows about the history of this submarine, when did they get it here, how, and how did they put it up here? It's something very like fascinating for me.